Hello and welcome back to Man vs Film. We're into November already and it's time for me to lay out 10 pretty good movies for you to check out this month. Still got a little bit of a horror hangover, but that's okay because there's always time for horror in my book, and I hope you enjoy or find something here that you really want to check out. Let's get started. Number 10, Driven. Emerson Graham's nights as a cab driver are filled with annoyances and inconveniences, but until tonight, never attacks and disappearances. After picking up a mysterious passenger, her evening goes from working a job performing a quest as they must race against the clock to defeat a force of evil. The meter is running. Driven is one of those indie movies that really packs a lot. It's got two wonderful performances, has a real supernatural twist to it, and has some just great character moments as these two converse while on a supernatural holy mission to destroy evil. It's kind of genre specific in the way it tackles certain aspects of its storytelling. It's got some great lighting, some fun moments, and it's just one of those little indie gems that could almost be missed if you aren't on the lookout for it. Number 9, Draft Day. At the NFL draft, General Manager Sonny Weaver has the opportunity to rebuild his team when he trades for the number 1 pick. He must decide what he's willing to sacrifice on a life-changing day for a few hundred young men with NFL dreams. I love Draft Day. I find it immensely rewatchable as well. Kevin Costner gives a wonderful performance, and you don't need to know a thing about football to get the enjoyment out of this. It's wheeling and dealing over the course of one day under a high pressure situation where it feels as though he's doing all the wrong things but with the best intentions. It's wonderful. I can't rave about it highly enough. If you don't like football, it doesn't matter. This is a great movie. Number 8, A History of Violence. Tom Stall is a loving family man and a well-respected citizen of a small town. But when two savage criminals show up in his diner, Tom is forced to take action. Suddenly, he's heralded as a hero, and all the media attention that comes with it. Now, strange, shady figures are starting to show up in his town. A History of Violence is David Cronenberg's adaptation of a graphic novel, and it is wonderful. Amazing performance by Viggo Mortensen in this tale of a man who's just trying to live his life, trying to get by. But the people won't let things lie. It becomes brutally violent later on, and it is just wonderful. Number 7, Queen and Slim. Slim and Queen's first date takes an unexpected turn when a policeman pulls them over for a minor traffic violation. When the situation escalates, Slim takes the officer's gun and shoots him in self-defence. Now labelled cop killers in the media, Slim and Queen feel they have no choice but to go on the run and evade the law. But when a video of the incident goes viral, the unwitting outlaws soon become a symbol of trauma, terror, grief and pain for people all across the country. Queen and Slim is a brilliant movie. It's a kind of modern adaptation of Bonnie and Clyde, only these guys aren't doing bad things. It's just something tragic happens and they end up fleeing from the consequences as they kind of start a movement across America, as they get to know each other, as they have a connection and fun moments. I found this to be just a wonderful movie that, again, could easily be missed. Number 6, Edge of Tomorrow. An alien race has hit the Earth in an unrelenting assault, unbeatable by any military unit in the world. Major William Cage is an officer who has never seen a day of combat when he is unceremoniously dropped into what amounts to a suicide mission. Killed within minutes, Cage now finds himself inexplicably thrown into a time loop, forcing him to live out the same brutal combat over and over, fighting and dying again and again. Edge of Tomorrow is one of the best science fiction movies of this century. It is wonderful. You get amazing performances from Tom Cruise, an outstanding performance from Emily Blunt, some wonderful action set pieces, a wicked sense of humour, and a movie that has just grown in stature with me the more I watch it. Number 5, Inglorious Basterds. In Germany occupied France, young Jewish refugee Shoshana Dreyfus witnesses the slaughter of her family by Colonel Hans Landa. Narrowly escaping with her life, she plots her revenge several years later when German war hero Friedrich Zoller takes a rapid interest in her and arranges an illustrious movie premiere at her theatre. With the promise of every major Nazi officer in attendance, the event catches the attention of the Bastards, a group of Jewish American guerrilla soldiers led by the ruthless Lieutenant Aldo Raine. Undoubtedly, my favourite Tarantino movie. I think it has so much going for it, particularly the dialogue. The opening scene with Hans Landa, who is one of the most disturbing characters I think ever set to film. This man who takes a glee and pleasure in doing what he does, and the way he turns conversations, has a strange turn of phrase, and ultimately sees everything as a game, is one of the most mesmeric performances and characters I've ever seen. Throw in the Bastards, throw in Shoshana and her tale of revenge with some wonderful music cues, fantastic direction, and you get a wonderful, immersive, alternate take on history. Number 4, 1917. April 1917, the Western Front. 2 British soldiers are sent to deliver an urgent message to an isolated regiment. If the message is not received in time, the regiment will walk into a trap and be massacred. To get to the regiment, they will need to cross through enemy territory. Time is of the essence, and the journey will be fraught with danger. Sam Mendes' fantastic 1917 is a faux one-take movie that is more to be admired because of its technical resilience rather than the actual storytelling. As a one-time watch, this thing is exciting. You're never sure what's going to happen, where it's going, and how it's going to manage to keep the way it's been filmed. Number 3, The Colour Out of Space. The Gardners, a family who moved to a remote farmstead in rural New England to escape the hustle of the 21st century. They are busy adapting to their new life when a meteorite crashes into their front yard. The mysterious aerolite seems to melt into the earth, infecting both the land and the properties of space and time with a strange, otherworldly colour. To their horror, the Gardner family discover that this alien force is gradually mutating every life form that it touches, including them. Richard Stanley's return to filmmaking is not going to be for everyone. This is a mood and an atmosphere piece. It has Nicolas Cage in this one, and he is rather restrained and absent from a lot of the movie as well. It has these wonderful effects, this strange pace and mood that the movie carries, and it's more of an ethereal effect rather than a storytelling masterclass. It's really weird, but really rewarding. Number 2, Borat's subsequent movie film. Borat humiliated Kazakhstan, causing him to be imprisoned in a gulag for life. 14 years later, the country's premier releases him with a mission to deliver Kazakh Ministry of Culture Johnny the Monkey to President Donald Trump in an attempt to redeem the nation. Borat and movies of this ilk are something that I kind of struggle to watch. That cringy humour where it makes you just curl up and go, oh, please don't do that, please don't say that, you're embarrassing yourself type of humour. But it does have laugh out loud ridiculous moments. I think the standout here is Borat's daughter, who steals the show in many sequences and had me holding my sides as I was killing myself laughing. Particularly the baby sequence, which was hilarious. But yeah, the Borat movie is remarkably good considering the gap between the first to the second one. Number 1, Parasite. Jobless, penniless, and above all hopeless, the unmotivated patriarch Key-Tech and his equally unambitious family, then by sheer luck a lucrative business proposition will pave the way for the ingenious, insidious scheme. As Ki-Woo summons up the courage to pose as an English tutor for the teenage daughter of the affluent Park family, now the stage seems set for the unceasing winner-takes-all class war. Parasite was the big Oscar winner last year, and it quite rightly took away most of the accolades because it is a wonderful movie, deeply affecting. It has thematics that are rich and pertinent now. It has a filmmaker who behind the scenes who knows exactly what he's doing and creates this level of unknowing tension. It's bubbling under the surface. It has surprises and shocks. It has a wicked sense of humour, and it is shot beautifully. This won the Oscars, and I think it deserved to do so. And I think now it's on Amazon Prime, you must be checking this one out. So there we had it. 10 movies for you to check out this month. I hope you found something there that you really like, something that inspires you to go and check it out. And if you feel up to, hit this with a like, thumbs up, or maybe even consider supporting me on my Patreon. And the link is in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next month.